You're still on the AM show. Now, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly has started an exercise to decongest the city and rid the pavements of hawkers. This morning, we want to take you around to see the amount of work that has been done or still being done. So Maxwell Agbagba is at Circle, one of the centers that the exercise was carried out, at least partly yesterday. Maxwell is joining us with what he sees from the ground this morning. So over to you, Maxwell.
Off the pedestrian walkway and then off the streets of Accra, here at the new plant terminal, well, it looks like some work has actually been done because this whole walkway has been cleared of hawkers who usually do business right here. Some of them sell mobile phones, some of them sell tomatoes. I mean, all kinds of wares. If you come here on a normal day, it's actually a one-stop shop where you can buy everything that you need on this walkway. But today, that is conspicuously missing as some workers who usually use this walkway to their various workplaces are walking freely to work. Now, coming from our offices at Tokomrimle to this place, at a place very close to the Vodafone head office, there also we realized that traffic was flowing normal. There was no vehicular traffic as used to be the case. You know, in previous times, some of the hawkers had actually taken over both shoulders of the road, making it very difficult for vehicles to actually move to the terminals. So for a stretch, a 100-meter stretch, that should take you just like 30 seconds. Now it can take you for like 5 minutes. But that is absent now as a lot of people, a lot of vehicles are able to move in with ease. The AMA hopes that it would be able to sustain this. But even as we speak, I mean, there are some one or two people who are recalcitrant, who are back on the, on the pavements, selling, but not as many as we've seen in times past. I have some pedestrians here with me. They're going to tell me exactly what it feels like today to have the streets cleared. We're going to have their take. Sir, come closer. Come this way from me. You can also join me from the side. What's your name?
I'm Uncle Fee.
Uncle Fee, tell me. Usually this place is very busy, but now it has been cleared.
Yes.
What's your assessment of the work done by the AMA yesterday?
In fact, the AMA has done a beautiful job. These things should have been done long ago. You see, they want to politicize everything, politics. But if you use the politics to do all these things, I mean, our capital will not look beautiful. So the AMA should step, to make that, they should put their foot down firmly, that these things should continue. It shouldn't be a political, this time NDC, this time MPP. When they come, oh, I'm MPP, no, they should not. They should follow, because when you watch that, the whole thing is, the AMA is not for a party.
Okay.
The AMA is not for a party, it's for the country.
So
the AMA shouldn't work for a particular party.
Okay.
There should be independence. They should be autonomous. You see, they should do their work as they are also helping the country. But if they go, they say, oh, this my party has come, so I'm doing this, my party has come doing this, then the country will never move forward. We will always be at the place where we are. And now we have been counted to one of the developing countries. So we should do something that will attract the outsiders. But when you always say, oh, MPP, NDC, PPP, this, that means we should always be at the crossword. And right now we should move ahead. We should go forward so that the other people may see us that, oh, country is also doing well. So that our brothers and sisters abroad there can bring their money here to invest.
Well, there are some people who say that a lot of political parties have been hesitant in dealing ruthlessly with this menace because of the political cost. They feel that, oh, if we send people off the streets, sellers off the streets, it can affect us politically. So that's why they've been a bit hesitant. Are you optimistic, or do you envisage that the AMA would be able to sustain this?
I am asking them to sustain it.
Okay.
I'm asking them, no matter how people will say. Because the thing is, the AMA is not for any political party. This is why I always say. So they should do a work for the country, but we are not working for a particular party. The party will come, it will go, and the AMA may stay there. So if they say they are for this, so I'm claiming when they come, the party will come, that they are not doing their job well. So I'm urging the mayor that he should put everything, I know people will be accusing him. I know people will be accusing him. They should put that behind and say, no, I'm just for the country. They elected me for the country. They don't elect me for a particular party. So I'm working. I know people will talk about him. But one way or the other, the next time the party will go. and still the AMA will be still there. So I think the AMA, I beg them, they should make sure that the country, the capital look beautiful. Because this is our capital. We don't have any capital again.
Well, you're excited, but there are some people, a lot of the traders and the hawkers are saying that they've pushed them off, they've cleared them off the streets, but they do not really provide any alternatives for them.
The thing is, they have, you see, when you go to Odona market here, there are a lot of space over there. It was built during Kufuor's regime, President Kufuor's regime.
Yeah.
They refused to go there because when they start to came and they come out to sell on the pavement, the AMA who's supposed to ask them to go back, didn't mind them. So that is when one man come here to sell, tomorrow another man will come and join, tomorrow another man. That means then the thing is getting worse. So as at now, in fact, we also feel for them. They have to feed themselves, they have to feed their children. Some of them are going to school and so forth. But still, they have to, the AMA should find that should tell them that no, there is an alternative at those Odona market there. There are lots of space over there. They can go there and people go there to buy.
Okay.
But the thing is, if they continue, if let's say it will be, somebody will say it will be a 2 days or 1 day wonder. Yeah. And if that happens, that means the AMA is not doing their job well.
Uncle Fee, thanks so much for talking to me.
Thank you very much.
Great. Okay, great. I have another man here who uses this walkway. Now, tell me, today, how comfortable are you using this stretch, this walkway?
Very nice, because actually sometimes when you are passing, you see the place is so Japan and you can't freely pass. But now the road is okay, you can pass. And if there is so much load here, sometimes they steal some people's phone, they snatch people's bag, They do a lot of things here. But now that the road is free, sure you can walk the way you want and nobody will harass you. So I so much appreciate that.
Okay. That's an interesting point you're raising. You are saying that usually people get their phones stolen here, phones are stolen here because it's usually packed. Sometimes you have some unscrupulous people.
All right, so Maxwell Agbagba there interacting with some pedestrians. One of the major exercises carried out, and indeed for the next couple of days, is this decongestion exercise that's happening in Accra. Maxwell is out and about, so he's going to give us a lot of updates. He's going back to the major places where this happened, and he will tell us how the picture looks like. So we're going to reconnect with Maxwell again. He will tell us where he is and how the situation is. Stay with us. You're watching the AM show. As soon as we have Maxwell back, we're going to do the reconnection. Stay with us. We're still monitoring the decongestion exercise live. Maxwell Agbagba is somewhere still in the capital. He'll tell us what he sees up next. Hello, Maxwell. If you can hear me, tell us exactly where you are.
Okay. Yes, Mama B, I can hear you. We currently here at the Central Business District where we are monitoring the situation. We check in to find out exactly whether the traders here who usually sell on the streets, whether they are, heeding to the AMA's directive of not selling on the streets. Well, today when you come here to the Central Business District, this part of town actually, usually what you'd observe is that the traders take over both shoulders of the road. So exactly where I'm standing right now, and then the other side, making it very, posing some sort of inconvenience for vehicles and people who are going to the Central Business District to go and do their shopping. But today, when you come here, the road is cleared just like we observed at the New Plant Station at Circle. A lot of the traders are not selling on the streets today. Many of them are behind the walkway that is here in this part of town. If you look behind me, you can see some AMA officials standing closely monitoring and making sure that these traders do not come back on the pavement, making sure that they do not also come back onto the streets. But some of these sellers are not too excited about the situation. They are willing to talk to us. We're getting closer to them to find out from them exactly what their concerns are at this point. This woman sells tomatoes here. She's not too happy with yesterday's decongestion exercise. Mommy in Patrick Frau saying. Okay, so she wants to. Mommy in Patrick Frau saying. Okay, Patrick, and now we say decongestion on where we need and Jihon crowd.
David been pekura, and then I said Mamba, na and then I'm about the mobile mamma.
Well, she said she was not in the market yesterday. She came today and she was informed of the decongestion exercise. Menstrual, meka, utin crying. And can't cry, but many you okay decongestion I feel small.
Okay, body sure water, but in the ballet, sake, or I can blow yammy, can in the pepper question. I'm a few coni as you was. If you are the way to what I can say, what I. She be an enemy but somebody dear. When you could be about yearning, I have school, I pay school fees. Be like a school fees in Belama Pepper. Oh, yes, car, what for a banska, what can tuning, what on your honey, when you need, what better can scash what I weigh you, what quite how of you actually okay, I say. Could one know what could be by ye share what.
Well, she admits that where they usually sell to do business is not the best place, but she is also saying that in as much as, it's not good for them to sell on the pavement, they are also, cash-strapped. Financially, things are not too well, and they need to sell to cater for their children. So if the AMA is decongesting, the city, they are pleading with them to actually, be a little bit considerate so that they can still, sell here, which is not on the pavement. No,
She lied, there was small light there. She may post like I can hear my beer. I said, like my beer. I can't get it, Beno. No problem when I beer. She will have a quite like what I was what I learned on it.
Okay. So what she's just showing me right now is the red line, and they are not supposed to cross it. But she says sometimes some of the traders and some of the sellers here would cross and be selling in the middle of the streets. And when that happens, they also join them. No, buy fine.
One qualify could about quite loud, the chile okay, I said, she can't. I saw what I can call you who was here. Cafita, one, or one qualify couldn't about quella can jam out, the chile okay back, line up for how when you were. What tell I just
no be any yole, okay, and yan show small about stranger cry.
Darby.
Okay. Well, she says she's comfortable selling behind the red line by the AMA, but she doesn't want them to be sacked completely from this place because, this is where they do business. This is where they get the money to cater for their children. Oh, yeah, I know about you. Okay, thanks so much. Hamabi, okay, so there's another woman here who sells, she sells toothbrushes and toothpaste. She also wants to say something. Mommy, Inake ofi danger no fear.
Oh man, moko eboye no.
Okay. Nya decongestion afia te ona lete.
O fa na nyemba, shimene ni mba ne ahwe. Ahwe agbene yo fa ye jiwo. Ni na ahwe wo ne, wo petepete ahyi. Ko ni no fia no afia pepepe, aja ka wote mepe aja wo lololo. No kumonja tune. Akanka dumoshipo ni ho. No ni nka dumoshini ho, inyabi Onupai, not level 400, Agbena, after masters, Agbena, Atashia. In your Nupai, now may level 300. Ofane, Tema Lame.
Well, essentially what she's saying is that yesterday she was not in the market when the decongestion exercise happened. She says she wants them to be considerate so they can, still lurk around and do business here. Yeah. She's just showing me her wares. She says this is what she sells to take care of her kids. But right now, she's been asked not to even stand here with the wares here at this place. She says she has children in level 300, in level 400, and she has to cater for them. She has to pay their fees. Yeah. And times are difficult for her.
No, one pafai. No one man, I sure war. I know what
Maxwell Agbagba out and about this morning. There will be more of his findings later on News Desk. That's our roving man there, Maxwell Agbagba.